What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Today we're going to talk about why. Why, Bios3? Why must you lie to us? Why must you tell us the lies? Specifically, those lies that you can build muscle and burn fat at the same time. Why? Science tells us it's not possible. You cannot. You have to be in a calorie deficit to burn fat. You have to be in so many calories over to be able to build muscle, to be able to bulk. Why must you lie, Bios3? Okay, you fucking wingnuts. Now here's the deal. I know what everybody's been told. And I know that most people think you can't build muscle and burn fat. Now what we do know for a fact is the body is not in a constant state of anything 24 hours around the clock. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't stay awake. Doesn't take a shit, doesn't do anything for 24 hours. Could it be possible, due to survival, that the body could build muscle during certain parts of the day, burn fat during certain parts of the day? Could it absolutely be possible that by the end of the day in a 24-hour period, as minute as it may be, it could have built muscle at different parts of the day the same amount as fat that it had burnt during that day? Could it be possible? Yes, it could be possible. And it is possible, and it does happen. Now, let's not even say during a 24-hour period. Let's say during a 7-day period. Bruno over here licking his feet. Hey, we're making a video, dude. So let's say over a 7-day period, you have burnt a certain amount of fat and built a certain amount of muscle, because you're not burning fat 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, nor are you building muscle 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It happens in spurts and pulses. Even your body doesn't make testosterone and growth hormone consistently all day long. It goes in pulses. It moves throughout the 24-hour periods. So let's say, and here's where, I really, really don't understand how nobody's figured this out yet. And part of it has to do with the training to failure in the body's survival mechanisms. Okay, and this is why meal timing and such does play a big role. Are you still licking your feet, you goofball? Look it up. This is why meal timing and such does play such a big role in training to failure in how you burn muscle, build muscle, don't want to burn muscle, and burn fat at the same time. Survival-wise, you're trying to tell me in the wild, okay, so we know that obese, sedentary people, meal timing doesn't fucking matter. They're fat, they're going to stay fat, unless they get off their ass and get active. Period, okay? You're trying to tell me in the wild, you've just escaped near death fighting a wild animal. You finally get away and your adrenaline's pumping and you've given out all this intense energy trying to get away from this animal and survive. And you've gotten away. Your body starts to calm down. You're trying to tell me that it doesn't need to replenish itself ASAP? You're trying to tell me that it doesn't want to replenish itself faster than normal at a more intense rate than it would if you were just walking along the ridge looking at the fish? Yes. So now, if you push your body to the max, training with weights to failure, you're stimulating, more or less, theoretically, what happens when you're fighting off that wild animal and you get away. Now your body is ready to replenish itself. And I'm not saying it overcompensates by taking in more carbs and storing more carbs. I'm saying it works faster. It will replenish itself faster when you give it the food after a workout like that than if you just walked in the gym and putzed around. Hence, the change in metabolism, the speed up in metabolism, the speed up of the way proteins are turned over into muscle, the way that the body's replenishing itself. All that stuff happens due to survival mechanisms. Has nothing to do with athletics. Has nothing to do with whether you want to be big. Has nothing to do with whether you want to be lean. Has to do with basic survival of the human body. Those concepts understood will give you the ability to change your body at will. This is how I burn fat and build muscle at the same time, and so do my clients naturally, without drugs. Understanding the fact that if you push your body too far, it's going to rebound in the opposite way too far. And you can take advantage of that when you're making it happen on purpose. Over a 24-hour period, nothing stays the same. So we take advantage of the fact that we're burning fat and building muscle over that 24-hour period. Now, why no one has figured this out, I don't know. Why I'm the one who figured this out, I don't know. How I figured this out? I stumbled upon it. I figured it out. I sat down and I didn't say, well, this study says this study says that, and this is how we figure this and get to this. No, I said, fucking survival. If we took all this new shit away, all the buildings and the technology and the iPhones and all that, I'm filming this on the iPhone, all this shit away and came down to basic survival, who would survive the best? The person who could fight things off, get away, replenish themselves, recover, and then continue their journey. So how do we do that? We push, recover, and at the same time, all these chemical reactions are happening due to survival mechanisms, not athletics. When applied to something like bodybuilding, holy shit, now it is applicable to athletics. But that's not how the theories work. They're not based for athletics. The theories are based on survival. This is why I suggest certain foods at certain times. I don't want the food slowed down at certain times. This is why I suggest having a consistent meal plan as opposed to jamming everything in at the end of the day and trying to get all your meals in. That's not the way the body works. Now, you might be able to get it in okay shape, but it's not optimal shape. And it's not the optimal way to do it. It's not how your body is built to do it. So please, those of you who like to bitch and moan, who look like shit anyways, they're bitching and moaning, go start studying these survival mechanisms and how the body works for survival. Not because you want it to do something, but what it wants to do to survive. Once you have those concepts down, you now have the knowledge, which is the power, to accomplish all of your fitness goals. Bios3training@gmail.com. Leave comments down below. Go ahead and fight this one out, because I know some of you science wingnuts are going to say, no, but the science is there in the survival. Ha! www.bios3training.com is the blog, and that's the survival bicep, baby. We're out.